Yo, my name is BK Brent. Let's just adjust this a little bit. Alright, there we go. Yo, my name is BK Brent, and welcome to the Q&A live stream, the question and answer live stream. Now, this is actually something that was probably one of my most highly requested things, like for my channel, kinds of videos to do for my channel, and I never really did this because I just don't like talking about myself. But this past week I've been pretty bored, so I figured, what the hell. So on Monday, it was now 4 days ago. On Monday, I asked people to ask me questions that they would like me to cover in the video, and I'm going to be going over that in today's stream, as well as depending on how much time I have after I covered everything on YouTube and Twitter, I will be going over questions in the live stream, so feel free to ask me anything there as well. So, also, yes, this isn't going to be a secret stream. This one will be public probably tomorrow, I think. Not quite sure, but yeah. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, so starting off with the YouTube questions. Alright. So, favorite weapon in terms of design in Kodi 3. Off the top of my head, I like the way the Marduk short blade looks. Let me actually just pull it up for you. It has like engravings on it and stuff. It looks really cool. This one. This is a very cool looking weapon. I like the way this looks. And then kind of like as a second runner-up, sort of, I kind of like the way the Tyrant Hannibal Biting Edge looks, mostly because it kind of looks like high heels if you look at it from the side. It's just a weird thing. Alright, what games are you interested in playing in the future? I'm interested in the new Spider-Man game next month, and then of course Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, or the Virgil DLC whenever that drops on PS4, and then Grand Blue Relink, and that's about it. Recently I've just been playing like old games that I've been meaning to get around to for years, so I'm not really looking forward into new stuff too much. Would you accept a Jomi body pillow? Say yes. The question is this. Okay, let's put it this way. If this Jomi body pillow had the normal hitboxes that a normal body pillow had, I'd consider it. Alright, let's move on. Do you want to try the older Guilty Gear? Accent Core Plus R on PC is gonna have rollback upgrade on October 29th. Yes, I am aware. Honestly, I've been kind of off fighting games like in the last 2 years, mostly because nothing new and interesting came out. Well, nothing that was like interesting to me. Because like Dragon Ball FighterZ, Grand Blue Fantasy, and BB Tag, they're good fighting games, but they're not my kind of fighting games, so I haven't really been playing too much fighting games recently. I'll consider getting Accent Core. A couple people have been actually telling me that I should be playing that, but I will see. I mean, I kind of don't have a good relationship with Guilty Gear. I don't know why. It's just never been a game that I've been too attached to. But yeah. Okay, what is the most frustrating origami to what is the most hardest or frustrating origami to master? How to JG its attack for you? English. Okay, look, I'm not proficient at just guarding every single origami in the game. There are some that I'm actively avoiding doing, like False Idol, for one. I don't want to just guard that origami. But of the ones that I am able to just guard proficiently, I will say that Chrome Gawain has been... He's difficult because he has like these shockwaves that he leaves behind on the screen, and it's kind of well, it was a pain when I learned in the beginning. And yeah. What are your initial thoughts, or what were your initial thoughts on E6 in Crimson Ashlands? When I first saw E6, I thought this shit is gonna take long, and well, sure enough, it took long. I mean, I don't have a video on that yet because it takes long. Next, do you think they will ever make God Eater 4, and what do you think the story will be for it? I think, I mean, I want to be hopeful and optimistic, so yeah, I think maybe God Eater 4 will be a thing, probably not anytime soon, judging by the lack of announcements and stuff. But as for the story, if they don't do like a huge time skip that like they did with 3 and change all the characters and stuff, it'll probably be about Ain or Soma going to the Far East to see his friends and stuff. Well, that's what I assume. Also, will you make other content other than God Eater? Actually, this was a question that appeared a lot, and I'm gonna go ahead and address all of it here. I am actually intending to drop God Eater at the end of the year, or by the end of the year. So, when 2021 rolls around, I won't be doing God Eater videos anymore. So, yeah, enjoy them while they last. And as for other content, other games, other content, I really want to make videos for Devil May Cry 5, but I kind of still got to do a whole lot of practice to be able to release like decent stuff, so that's probably going to take a while. Outside of that, honestly, there's nothing. There's been a lot of like promising looking games coming out this year, and then when I've played them, they've just been like, you know. But yeah. Hey, it's raining outside. Hope the connection holds. Oh yeah, if you're just joining the stream, welcome to the Q&A live stream. You can ask questions in live chat, but I will get to them after I've covered the YouTube and the Twitter questions that I've gotten throughout the week. Alright, moving on. Well, no question, just a thank you for still playing God Eater. Thank you for watching. Favorite burst art and burst art effect. Also, thanks for the guides and videos. I like Rampaging Comet a lot, and you could probably tell, but I'm gonna be fresh and say Soul Splitter. I like that burst art a lot, as much as I dislike Longblade. And as for burst art effect, I like... what is it called? Dancing Inferno, I think. It's the Tyrant... sorry, not the Tyrant. It's the Hannibal burst art effect. Well, hold up. Let me actually just pull it up for you. It's on... let me go over Hammer. It's on one of these crushing ones that hits the ground. Let's go on step. This one. Nope, this one. I'm so illiterate. But yeah, I think it is called Dancing Inferno. I'm too sure. Feck. It's not that one. This one. Not bad. This one. I like this a lot. This is cool. I kind of wish that it wasn't like fire element, but yeah. Now back to the questions. Hello from Malaysia. Hey, how's it going? What game do you feel regret or disappointed after having bought or played it? Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. No question. What are the qualities in games that motivate you the most? That is a difficult question. Okay, let's put it like this. To get me to play your game, you probably just need to have like a few things that appeal to me, like say cool character designs, like flashy looking melee combat, good story, good soundtrack, cute characters, stuff like that. But if you really want to keep me hooked and you want to keep me going for like 1,000 hours or whatever, make the skill ceiling high. How do I explain that? Just if I can play your game for 1,000 hours and still continue to find new stuff that I've never like encountered before, then yeah, I'm having a blast. That motivates me to continue playing. What's your 3 favorite burst arts for Longblade? Is this a troll question? People know I don't like Longblade, man. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Soul Splitter 3 times. One of the reasons why I dislike Longblade is actually because I don't like the burst arts. So yeah. Next. How often did you forget that Gaboro is in God Eater 3? Not long. I mean, I kind of forgot about it until I heard that certain Japanese players were doing rank 1 Shibari on the Gaboro mission that has 3 of them, but they restrict themselves to the inside of the church. Yeah, I haven't tried that shit, but yeah, it sounds like nightmare fuel. Why are you so mean to Jomi? I don't know if you guys know, but This person always comments, "Why are you being mean to title of the video?" on every video for like the past 4 months. Hey man, Jomi touched me in a bad way when I was growing up. What do you want me to say? Alright. What other games do you like besides God Eater? That's a huge question. Actually, let me put it this way. Strangely, I am most, like, publicly, I'm most well known for doing Sword Art Online and God Eater stuff. But in reality, those two series don't actually, like, touch the top 3 or top 10 even of my favorite games and stuff. It's just like what I end up playing, if that makes sense. So what other games do I like? Shit. I play like everything almost that isn't... Okay, I play everything that isn't FPS or racing games. I don't really play those anymore. But yeah, play a lot of shit like rhythm games, shmups, fucking RPGs, JRPGs, all the shit, action games, etc, etc. Okay, if I had to list one that I like besides action games, it would probably be fighting games. Like, action games and fighting games is probably the two things that I end up putting the most time into. Right. Oh, here's this question that I don't really understand. How to make combo using all weapon and to analyze critical body. I don't know. I even asked for clarification. Which game? Man said, all game you play. Assuming I play one game. I play shit tons of games, man. So, I don't know. Broad answer, I'm gonna go with just practice, I guess. Alright, next. Did you play Monster Hunter? I used to be interested in Monster Hunter for quite a while, and then I tried the demo or the beta of World, and I hated it and deleted it. Never played it again. How long did Origami Burst stay? I'm assuming you're asking how long do Origami stay in Burst, and the answer is 60 seconds. You can reduce that by devouring them. And that's it for the YouTube questions. I'm gonna head over to the questions on Twitter right after I look at the live chat. Alright, so if you're just joining, welcome to the Q&A stream. In this live stream, you may ask me questions that can pertain to anything. I mean, obviously, if it's not too personal, I probably won't answer because, like I said, I don't like talking about myself. But yeah, so I will cover live chat questions after I get through the Twitter questions now. And if there's still time, I might be doing some gameplay. Probably not. We'll see. Alright, let's head over to Twitter. Okay, here we are. Do you like Pantsu? No. No, I don't. I don't like Pantsu. I fucking love them, man. How dare you ask me this question? Alright, who is best God Eater waifu? The Twitter questions are difficult, man. Okay, I'm gonna give a spicy answer and say the best God Eater waifu is Yanagi. Don't at me. Actually, in all honesty, I think that the protagonists, or especially the female protagonists in God Eater 3 specifically, are like voice-wise and looks-wise extremely cute. So I would go with best waifu on them. But if we have to pick story characters, I'll probably give you the straight-laced answer of Shield, probably. But yeah, main characters. Game or franchise that made you realize you really liked games if it was something other than God Eater. This is another difficult question. It's difficult because I didn't like stumble... Wait, are we back in the questions? Yes, we are. It's difficult for me because I didn't really like stumble onto gaming. I've been playing since I was like 4 or 5. And I'm kind of an old man now, but that's not the point. Showing my age here, I cleared Rockman 1 with Mega Man 1 when I was like 5 or 6. I don't remember. But that game is ridiculously difficult. So yeah, it's kind of... The answer to this question is that there is no answer. Games have always been like a part of my life. So yeah, I've always really liked them. What is your least favorite or most hated video game genre? Usually though, when I don't find stuff interesting, I don't hate on it. I'm just kind of like indifferent because I feel like there's better things to do with your time than to actively dislike something. But if we're talking least favorite, it's probably going to be racing games. When I was in high school over 10 years ago, over 12 years ago. Anyway, when I was in high school, I used to really like the car customization and stuff on these racing games and stuff. But I grew out of that, and eventually I just started liking hitting things with stick, with sword, and shit like that. So yeah. If I think hard enough, I could probably produce a better answer to this question, like, say, I don't know, point and click games or something equally boring like that. But yeah. Next. What made you want to make guides? This is quite a difficult question. Okay, might also be a little bit of a tangent, but in the beginning, when I started out like with the intention to make my website and stuff, I was actually pretty pissed off. I was frustrated. Mostly because, let's put it this way, at the time, in the game that I was taking seriously at the time, at like high-end, end-game level, people were doing like basic-ass casual strats that they saw from the one popular YouTuber at the time for the game, and it didn't fucking work. It was just like why are you doing this now? It doesn't, it's not applicable to what's happening. And I mean, I know a lot of people like to make that argument like, there's no one correct way to play games, don't be a dick, don't be elitist, but if you look at the way the games are designed, the developers generally want you to go in a specific direction with, like, say, building a character, how to use a weapon, when to maximize damage, stuff like that. But it like wasn't there in like the sort of niche games that I was playing. So like I said, part of it was frustration, and then in the beginning it sort of turned into passion because I realized that I really like teaching and like explaining game systems and stuff. So yeah, it kind of started from there. I believe I've actually said that somewhere. Anyway, next, COVID-19 disappears or new God Eater 3 update. I'm gonna go ahead with the former. Judging by how dead the series has been, I don't know, man. I don't wanna put the nail in the coffin. I don't wanna like say the game's finished or anything, and I really want there to be some new update or some new shit. But yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, one can only hope. Alright, this is a 4-pronged question. This one's going to be a while. These were good questions if I remember correctly. Alright, first, how do you feel about the current in-game content of God Eater 3? To be completely honest, I actually feel like it's pretty good. This is mostly because last week, a week before maybe, I was playing God Eater 3 1.0, and that is a different game. I mean, everything is different in that game. Like, it's very, very slow and sluggish. I mean, devours take forever. Man, I don't know how I lived through that, but yeah. So I'm comparing it to that. I mean, I know a lot of people, actually, when God Eater 3 dropped originally, it got a lot of flack. I remember reading like Amazon JP reviews, and people were going fucking ham on the game, saying don't buy this shit because there's nothing to do, because they removed whatever, they changed the meta. I mean, a lot of people have reasons that they don't like this game, most of which are stupid, don't mention me. But yeah, so I think that they did a very, very good job with the updates. I mean, I actually would have insisted to have paid for the amount of content that we got for free. But I mean, I'll take it. Honestly, I feel like Crimson Ashlands is really a good answer to one of the questions that one of the problems that people were having with the game, and that was like, people used to say like, the game is too easy. I mean, you slap on your rank 7 plus 30 stuff and you go fuck shit up, you body things free. But Crimson Ashlands wanted you to think about the way that you were playing. And I mean, it wasn't exactly received well. I mean, when Crimson Ashlands came out, I was actually initially very interested to sort of like go look online what people are responding to this, and it wasn't good. I mean, people were saying they don't like being funneled into a playstyle, they don't like the changing anomalies. There's, they were started even saying dumb shit like it's artificial difficulty and stuff. But man, you're an age, you're an adaptive God Eater, so fucking adapt. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Crimson Ashlands was good, I felt. Next question. If you could make a single change to God Eater 3 balancing or content, what would it be and why? Only one. Okay, I suppose the obvious one would probably to say bring back plus 99s, but with rank 1 play, I kind of don't feel any motivation to bring that back. I mean, people have already turned the game into their like cup of tea in terms of high difficulty and stuff like that. But okay, I'm gonna pick a more pressing issue that I really want to be addressed, and that's the way the netcode and the multiplayer works. Because I don't want this fucking ad hoc PSP grade goddamn system where you have to host a mission, all your friends join, and then you start playing. But if you want a friend to join halfway through, I'm afraid you're gonna have to rehost, sir. Fuck, I hate that shit. I mean, I used to complain about this nonstop 2 years ago, and if you ask me, I will still complain about this, because I remember watching, like, back when they did the they used to do like promotional streams for God Eater back when the game was like, you know, coming out and doing hype and stuff. They used to do promotional streams, and in one of the streams they said, quote unquote, they're gonna be addressing the way the multiplayer looks. I got down on my knees and I was like, praise these men, praise these gods. And then what happened? Assault missions. Fuck, man. That's all I can say. Is just fuck. Because I mean, honestly, this game's multiplayer is, I don't want to blow it up, I don't want to shill or anything, but it's very good. It's very good because teamwork is a very big aspect of the online play. When you have bad teammates with you, you're going to feel it. And likewise, when you have good teammates with you, you're going to feel it as well. So yeah, teamwork is very good in this game, but the netcode just kind of betrays that. And I mean, if you don't have like a close-knit group of guys that play every day, it's very difficult to get into the online side of this game. Alright, what would you say is God Eater 3's greatest strength as a hunting game? That's a difficult question for me. Mostly because I don't really play much hunting games. I'm probably under the impression that I probably don't even like the genre, I just like God Eater. But if I had to give an answer, I would probably say, I know some people like to praise the story, but the story has some hit and misses in my opinion, but the aesthetic is very appealing, to me at least. The way the weapons, the way the characters, the way the origami, like even the way the attacks and stuff look, it's very flashy. I mean, the game could probably use like a serious next-gen graphic polish, because I kind of feel like God Eater 3 was made on the Vita, but that's just me. But it's a nice looking game. I mean, I'm not a graphics, so I don't give a fuck what the game looks like, as long as it's appealing. Another strength, I know people like to use the term for certain games to say easy to pick up and hard to master. I don't like that term, but God Eater actually fills that out perfectly, because the game is very accessible. It doesn't explain itself to you, which I feel like is one of its biggest flaws, but you don't really need to know that much to be proficient at the game. But if you want to start taking it a level higher and you want to start going deeper, you want to get better at the game, it expands exponentially and the game really starts filling out. And I feel like that's actually one of the charms on this game. So when people play God Eater and they drop it, God Eater 3, when they play it and they drop it and they say they don't like it, I usually ask them, how much did you play? What was your playtime? Usually if people are in like the 20 to 40 hour mark, I'm like, okay, I understand, because the game doesn't really pull you in that time. But if you have like the net play motivation, the motivation to get better on your own or whatever, you put the time into the game, it starts to shine, to be completely honest. That's actually why I'm still playing this game. It's not because I'm bored and because there's nothing to do, it's because I'm choosing to play this game over other games. That's actually how appealing it is to me. Right, next question. What is the hardest thing for you as a video creator? Man, this guy, he asked the most difficult questions. I can talk about these for long, but what is the hardest thing for me as a video creator? Okay, there's like 3 answers to this. The short version is, let's see, staying motivated, and then staying creative, and then remembering to have fun. That would probably be the full answer. But if you look at the way that I make videos, if you look at like my style of content, you look at the kinds of videos that I upload, you'll notice that I don't really put much personality into the video. Like if you watch it one time, I actually remember getting a comment a while back. One guy said, BK Brent's videos aren't that entertaining because if you watch one, you've basically watched all of them. And my answer to that is you're watching wide, you're not watching deep. Because, I mean, these days people like watching YouTube for like personality reasons. I mean, they like experiencing a guy's personality, they like watching people play games, and then the game is like brought to the viewer as with the YouTuber as the medium, if that makes sense. My videos aren't like that. My videos are all about gameplay. So taking that into account, my recording sessions are really brutal because I really try to go above and beyond on like every single fucking video. And sometimes I spend like 18 hours trying to do one run, just the same thing. Literally, you start the mission, you do your devour, you do whatever, you go for the just guards, you get clipped, you get chip damage, you fuck up a devour, you do something that you didn't like because it's not perfect and with what you want to align with the video to be, and then you restart, look at the loading screen, do that shit again. And that's what my video recording is like. And that, to be honest, it's very draining. And if I had to look at it like objectively, I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to do this. All I can say is that I have a lot of patience. But yeah, so making videos for me is not easy. So if you're saying what's the hardest thing for me, I'm gonna say everything. Alright, let's move on. Besides God Eater, what's your favorite video game? That's a difficult question. Like I said, man, actually bold of you to assume I like God Eater. But yeah, so favorite video game, I'm probably, okay, I'm really itching to not pick DMC5. I really like the game. But it's probably either gonna be like Blaze Blue Central Fiction, or if you want to go old school, we'll go with Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I don't know, man. It's a difficult question because, like I said earlier, I like a lot of games, like a lot. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Favorite genre of music? This is another difficult one. It's the same thing like with music, man. If I had to put it in a sentence, music and video games is basically my life. So yeah, long ago I used to listen to rap music, hip hop. I used to be really big into that stuff, and I eventually grew out of it. And now I mostly listen to a lot of like video game soundtracks and a lot of J music. And even then, like the genres span a lot. I listen to like J-pop, Vocaloid, fucking electro, J-metal. And like, if it's nice, I'll listen to it. But then again, it depends on my mood. Next question. Which God Eater game you find hard to go back to? All of them that aren't 3. I need my dive. I need my fast-paced gameplay. I don't want to deal with fucking bullet meta anymore. I don't want to deal with motherfuckers not sharing burst bullets. Those were dark times, man. I never used to like God Eater back in the day, to be completely honest. I liked like everything until I tried to play the game seriously and saw how people were playing the game, and I was like, ugh, let me out. Alright, next question. When will God Eater 3 get updated? When? When will it get updated, man? When? Unfortunately, I don't have the answer. I wish I had the answer, but I don't. I mean, I did my part, so you guys don't know, I made a Just Guard video. I mean, I was really like loud about it back in April. And I mean, if you've been fucking with the channel for a while, you probably know how the video turned out. But what some of you might not know is that I actually sent that video to the developers and said, look, we need a new game, make it happen. But yeah, I never got a response. I mean, I didn't expect one. But yeah. All right, let's move on. I believe next up is, yeah, Japanese questions. I think I only got like 2. All right, when is the next Just God montage video? Presan knows how to ask the difficult questions. Okay, I teased this a little bit on Twitter, but yeah, I do have something in the works. Funny enough, I actually just finished up recording today, and that's saying a lot because there was one clip that I've been referring to as miracle grade difficulty. I've been doing that for like on and off for like 4 months now, and I've never quite gotten it until today. And then when I got it, I did like the most silent but loud pop off because it was a little bit late at night. So yeah, I was like, I fucking did it. I did it. I mean, I was popping off loud but silent at the same time. So yeah. As for when that's gonna be, okay, look, recording done, but I want to make it perfect, so editing is gonna take a while. So I want to say expect it November or December, but yeah, definitely before I drop God Eater at the end of the year. Well, we'll see. Okay, here comes the Japanese questions. なんでも、God Eater の続編。God Eater の続編はまだですか？全くだ。Man asks, when's next God Eater? When? And I mean, when? I want to know. Alright, next question. カステムバルト。強いの教えてください。専門外です。すいませんが、専門外です。I mean, man asks, teach me about custom bullets. I'm not the bullet guy. This is outside my field of expertise. I'm the just guard guy. I don't know about bullets. Shit though, I don't like talking Japanese on the stream though, because it takes a lot of focus for me, and I mean, if I've been like chatting English the whole time, switching over is a little bit confusing, but now the last of the Twitter questions. If Kodi doesn't get an update, what will be the next game you focus on? Like I said in the beginning of the stream, I want to do Devil May Cry 5 stuff, but like I said, there's a lot of practice that I need to be able to do so that I can actually release like decent shit, but we'll see. As for like big dedicate worthy games coming out, like I said earlier, again, probably Grand Blue Relink, but then again, it depends on how much I like the game, because one time before a game came out and before I played it, I said, I'm gonna do all this content for this game, and the game came out and I fucking hated it, but I still forced myself to do it. So yeah, I'm not gonna like try to like get in and try to dedicate myself to something that I might not like, so we'll see. I'm not tired of making videos, and well, I'm tired of making videos for God Eater 3 if I'm being completely honest, but yeah, we'll see. Other games that you take interest in and might upload to YouTube. Again, same answer. And that's it, I believe, for all the questions. Yeah, that's it for all the questions. Okay, let's head over to the live chat. I'm feeling these guys asking me so much. Okay. Okay, let's just bring it up on screen and then minimize this. That is a lot. Holy shit, you guys have been talking shit. All right, let's see. So yeah, this is now the fuck around portion of the stream. If you have any more questions that you want to ask, I mean, I almost never do videos like this. So if you have anything to ask me, go ahead. Brent picking his own MC as the best girl is the equivalent. How dare you, man? I'm just telling the truth. You know what this is. I only tell the truth. I never lie. Does the type of shield affect parrying upper? It affects the amount of chip damage that you will take. Outside of that, no. So if you use a tower, you'll take 0 chip damage, and buckler, you'll take more. It's better in God Eater 3 than before. At least you don't have to go back to the main screen. You're talking about the multiplayer. No, please stop. I don't want to think about that. I wish the Origami and the assault missions were not just assault only in the missions. They are, yeah, basically, yeah. VTubers. This is one of those race streams that you just cannot miss. Actually, this stream is going to be public though, so you will be able to catch it probably tomorrow. I mean, usually after you finish up the stream, YouTube like turns it into a video, but that takes a while. This man speaking facts. Rank 1 stream after stream, join me if you want. I cannot play this game on PC, man, you know this. It does not run well. It runs in like 15, 20 frames if I'm lucky. It's prickly. It hurts my brain, my life. Does not affect the god radius. I actually don't know about that. Talking about parrying upper, right? I don't think so. Actually, though, that reminds me, though, there used to be this weird thing that it was probably a bug, but oh man, my PS4 sounds like an airplane. But there used to be this thing where, with parrying upper, where How to explain this? If you were facing away from the attack that you were going to parry, and then you turned into it and started parrying, like at the last second, you get hit. Some shit like, I don't know if it's still in this game. I mean, I haven't really like used parrying up much since what, like 2.2. I don't know, but yeah. Looks at BB Tag. Let me out. I do not want to be here anymore. I do not want to play BB Tag. It's not a me game, man. That's all. Do you have interest in the Soul series? None whatsoever. What is your favorite shield for JG's? The basic Amit rank 1 shield. I can show it to you if you want to see. This mostly because this is just what I end up using when I play. Too bad the Code Vein hype didn't last. Did you expect it to be honest? I'm not like saying that in a hateful way, but I don't feel like that game had much staying power. Was that just me? I shouldn't talk too much shit. Shouldn't, but I hope the next Kodi game on next generation is better. Let's start with us hoping that there's a new Kodi game. Let's start there. Cause I don't know, man. It's not looking good. So if you don't know, when was it? 12th, 19th? I don't remember. But right now in Japan, there's actually a God Eater series 10th anniversary event happening. And well, I mean, a lot of people thought they were going to be doing a lot of fancy things, but essentially, I mean, the event has been running for almost 2 weeks now, I think. And essentially, it's just been like a spot to sell merch, which, I mean, it's actually, like someone was saying earlier, it's pretty dope that they pulled this off during this pandemic and shit, but I want a new game, and I don't want, okay, I like to say that I'm not, what's the word, I'm not forceful in what I want, but I mean, I just want the guys that did like the updates for God Eater 3 to keep doing what they were doing. That's all I want. I don't want a fucking phone game. I don't want, you know, some complete tangent of some shit that I'm probably not going to have too much interest in. I just want, like, if you just had to give me God Eater 3 burst, I'll be cool. Just enough to make this game relevant again, and I'll probably go balls deep into making content for it again. That's all I want. The skill ceiling seems nice in Dark Souls, though I ain't asking you to play it if you don't wanna. It's a matter of interest, and I have none. That's all. I enjoy the game a lot, but yeah, I didn't expect Code Vein to have that much staying power. As much as Code Vein is Code Vein, it's more popular than this game, so we should all shut up and play our niche little game in the corner. Probably. I remember. Imagine how I feel, man. I've been fucking with this God Eater 3 game for like August 2018 is when I signed the contract and gave my soul to the devil, gave my life to this game to make content for it. And I've been going ham on this shit. And then last year, September, people rolling on in my comments saying, hey, it's that thing from Code Vein on the Peter video. And I'm like, no. Stop. It's not. You better check yourself, son. The phone game ain't worth it, not gonna lie. Phone games, nah. Okay, look. There's probably only... Okay, look. Fundamentally speaking, I dislike phone games. I dislike the gacha model. I dislike, like, playing on a touch screen. I mean, I like buttons. I like a controller. I like also, like, console-grade production value. But if there's 2 phone games that I was probably ever going to play in my life, one would probably be a game called, what was it? Punishing Grey Raven, I think. Weird ass name. Looks fun. I don't know what it's about, but it looks fun. Other one would be probably Honkai Impact 3rd. Mostly because, you guessed it, they're action games. I value my gameplay a lot. That's not to say that I don't really like... I'm not able to play games that have like slow-paced gameplay and stuff, but if the gameplay does not appeal to me, if I don't find it fun, I'm out. I probably won't even buy in the first place. I mean, Usually when games have like promotional content and shit, I study those trailers. I look very carefully, scanning to see if there's anything that I'd like. If I like, buy. I mean, probably buy. If not, nah. The phone games ain't worth, not gonna lie. Are phone games ever worth? I have a friend who's pretty big into the gacha games, and he told me gives you brain damage. His words, not mine. Most manga games are bad. The only good games, in my opinion, were God Eater 3 and Vayne. Okay, that's a little bit broad, because at the end of the day, Bandai is only the publisher. All they do is just give money to people to make games, and then they just market them a little bit. I mean, sure, they do hold some events and shit, and they handle some stuff, but they make some good games. I mean, I don't want to say Dragon Ball FighterZ because I dislike it, but it's actually a good game. Yeah. They make good weeb shit. They're actually the only guys that make weeb shit, to be honest. They have like a monopoly on all the rights of weeb games. I've never played Resident Ops, but I'm annoyed that it actually carried the story of the first two games. Yeah, I can go with that, but if I'm being honest, I don't play God Eater for the story. I mean, I appreciate the story for what it is, but I'm not here because of the story. When were you introduced to God Eater? 2010. Yeah, back then. The Church of Jomi will remember your efforts, Brent. You need to get in that church, man. 2 weeks, 2 streams. Should we expect weekly streams? Actually, that's a good topic. I was thinking about that. But then I also thought, wouldn't it be awkward if I still stream this game after I drop it? But we'll see. If you've been following my descriptions, follow me on Twitter. I am planning to get some decent internet, maybe by the end of the month, maybe by the end of next month. I don't know. But yeah, if I get like good internet, I mean, look, like I said, I'm tired of making videos of God Eater 3. I am planning to drop this game by the end of the year. I'll get to that more in a bit. But as much as I'm tired of making videos for this game, I'm not tired of playing it, which kind of says a lot. So yeah, I was thinking about, like, even after I've dropped the game, continuing the secret streams. I mean, if you've been fucking with the channel, you probably know about the secret streams. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh yes, probably maybe by the end of November or beginning of December, I don't know when. But I will stop doing videos for God Eater 3. Mostly because I'm tired of making videos for this game, and I just want to like focus on something else. So yeah. I do have a lot of stuff planned before then. I have some videos that I've been like ducking for a while, stuff that I haven't done. But yeah, I don't know if I'll get through all of them. We'll see. Base Peter can be that thing from Code Vein. Can we delete Base Peter actually? I don't like that guy. It's boring. I tried to play God Eater as an ops on my phone once, but I just couldn't. Why is that? Because of the lack of localization. Is the online play still active? That's a painful question. It was doing well in some circles until Genshin came out. On the PS4, the multiplayer used to be like decently active during certain times of the day. Used to be like always able to find games. Used to be like find players, message people they're down to play. But since Genshin came out, and Iceborne got a couple DLCs and shit, yeah, it's been rough. You have to like ask people the day before, like, let's play God Eater 2 tomorrow, and then motherfuckers still duck you and stuff. The gameplay is really what makes God Eater great. Could be argued for 3, yeah, but I feel like the other ones had some rough patches, mostly with balancing, because they'd make a very good game, a game that feels good, and then they'd put like completely lopsided shit on top of it, like blood rage or like fuck bullets, stuff like that. The church is life. Sign your soul to Jomi and become a believer. Let me out. You guys like talking shit about Jomi, man. Let me show you this. You people are gonna pop off when you see this. So a while ago, when the boredom really hits, it's when you start making Origami cosplay, man. Look at this shit. Alright, let me just move the chat. Look at this. It's Jomi-chan's, man. You better believe. This took a while. This is what happens when you're bored. And you want them to make... You want them to make God Eater Burst. You have all these hopes and dreams and fucking nothing. There's just no news. It's when you do stuff like this. We need the longevity of God Eater 2. Sure. I mean, I won't say no to new stuff, but honestly, I think that we should actually just be happy that God Eater 3 actually got so much post-release stuff. Because, like I said earlier in the stream, the game was not met well. At all. I mean, when the game released, I was pretty... Okay, look, I had a lot of stuff going on at the time, but I still kept an eye out for, like, what people were going to say about the game and shit. And, yeah, I said earlier in the stream, but, Amazon JP reviews went ham. They tore this game apart. They said this, they said that. I mean, everybody's played this game. They know what its faults are. But I mean, I feel like... Okay, look. I'm a little bit resentful to some of the God Eater people, like the series people, because I feel like if you're gonna fuck with the series, part of your job is to keep it alive. I mean, look, it's different if the next game that comes out is a bad game. That's one thing. But if it's a game that's not exactly what you wanted, it's not like the previous game, it's not God Eater 2, you know, I mean, under the guise of it, I mean, look, like I said, if it's not a bad game, don't dunk on it. I mean, there are probably bad games out there that deserve more negative attention for, like, I don't know, whatever design decisions and business practices they do, but I feel like people abandoned this game a little bit too quickly. I mean, I know a lot of people that used to fuck with God Eater. I don't see those names anymore. I see the names in certain places, but I don't see them on YouTube. I don't see people doing runs. Same people that used to upload all the runs of God Eater 2 and shit. I don't see that stuff anymore. So yeah, this game was abandoned. I mean, this game has not been treated very well by many people, and I mean, in some cases it might deserve that because, let's face it, 1.0 was bare. I mean, it was, yeah. I mean, I don't even need to say anymore. But yeah, I feel like this game could have used some more support. So that was what I was trying to do the whole time I was making videos for this game. I said to myself, this game is actually, it's pretty decent. And I mean, at the time I was looking online, I didn't really see like much swaying in the way of the game being decent and all that shit. People were too busy hung up on the game having nerfed bullets, having nerfed Final Vengeance, having nerfed fucking, I don't know, whatever. But yeah. So that's why, actually, when I got that question of which, what did they say? Which God Eater game do you find it difficult to go back to? All of them. Because I probably don't. Okay, look, I never enjoyed 1 and 2 as much as I enjoyed 3. Put it simply. I enjoy the cast and the story a lot. It's what initially set the games apart from Monster Hunter for me, and I've never looked back since I lost interest in World. Makes sense? God Eater 3 story is pretty good. Yeah. I mean, it's alright. Like I said, I don't play this for the story. I wholeheartedly support the secret stream idea. I'll think about it. And I'll see how I feel. Yo, XO, what's up? Jomi-chan, best girl. On that topic, do you think bullets are in a good place right now? Personally, I like where they are as an avid gun user. That is the first time I've ever seen someone say that as a gun user. Okay, look. If you've only fucked with God Eater 3, you only like jump in on the franchise on 3. Custom bullets used to be very different back in the day. I'm sure that you've tried to make stuff now. You probably understand that there's a whole like cost and all that stuff, but that never used to be there back in the day. Your bullets used to just use your OP, Oracle points. Stop swearing in the chat, please. Yes, so you used to be able to make like extremely strong bullets, and then eventually what happened was the meta kind of grew into people that would develop very like mission or origami specific or like very, very potent bullets, and then gameplay runs would be guy starts run, guy eats 5 oracle potions or whatever, gets that OP all the way up using blast guns so that he can have the oracle reserve to have all the OP and all that shit, and then guy would run up to origami and then basically just fucking decimate it, like just shoot them bullets and body it free. And I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Personally speaking, look, I can't speak for anyone, I can't speak for everyone, but personally speaking, I don't like that. I like engaging with origami. I like engaging with attacks. I like finding ways to dance around attacks, finding ways to completely disrespect the origami while he's doing his shit. But that's just me. So yeah, I'm not one to say that people shouldn't play the game like this or whatever, but yes, because of that, I didn't really enjoy God Eater 2's meta very much. I liked the game until I played it online, and then I saw people playing, and I was just like, yikes, let me out. And I went back to, what was I playing at the time? SAL, I think. Most of the people talking down to God Eater 3 were Monster Hunter players. I don't know. Actually, I don't like this comparison, because it's just an umbrella term of game. I mean, look, someone actually said something to me the other day, like, since you like God Eater so much, you should play Monster Hunter, you should be doing this. And I said, man, look, please don't assume that these games are the same thing. If you've played Monster Hunter and if you've played God Eater properly, you'll be able to tell the difference. You'll be able to understand where the focus of the game is. You'll be able to see what the differences are. Like, for example, I mean, okay, look, I'm not really a Monster Hunter guy, so I cannot speak in depth, but God Eater has a lot of microsystems. It has a lot of shit going on. So if you just like hitting monsters and shit and stuff like that, you're probably better off playing Monster Hunter, but don't compare them. They're... I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to explain, because to me, they're just not the same. So I don't even know how to start making people understand that they're not the same. But, you know, I don't even try anymore. It's just whatever. I really love God Eater 3 series, but I don't know, God Eater 3 lacks some vibe. It didn't make me hyped up like the first God Eater game. Are you talking about in terms of story? Because, I don't know, man, this game's gameplay is quote-unquote hop out of your seat and slap your mama in the face levels of fun. There's not very many games that I can play that just provide me with that much fun. I used to get this kind of fun from like fighting games and shit, not so much like multiplayer or action type games, but yeah. Rez was better than 2, to be honest. I don't know. I'm either or. Blood arts were kind of missed. Predator style was my thing, though. Oh, here's another thing. Oh, people are gonna hate me for saying this, but I like Predator styles, man. I like the idea. I like the prospect of what they were doing, but learning how to devour with limited devours is a part of learning the game. You'll probably never hear anyone say that. And I don't like saying these big boy statements like this, because motherfuckers like to take it out of contents and then dunk on you. But seriously, man, Predator styles are overrated. They're okay. I mean, I like the buffs that came with them. That shit was cool. But, I mean, aside from them being flashy, I feel like you need to earn your burst. Because if you've played God Eater 3, like, from the series, a lot of the focus of the gameplay has been moved on to burst. I mean, you have to be in burst to do, like, literally anything in this game. Now, imagine if you just had free access to burst all the time. You don't have to learn devour patterns. You don't have to learn where the windows are to devour nothing. You just rock up there, do your flashy Predator-style shit, and then you dunk on the origami. It would probably be even more boring. I mean, it might be more fun for some people, but for people like me that like learning shit, it's, you know. Blood Rage was shit. The blood art woke. Blood Rage was hype until it was a game mechanic. Let's start there. All of a sudden this turned into the shit talking stream. But sure, I don't care anymore, man. I feel like I've been around this game so long and I've had to like bite my tongue not saying things because I don't like bringing these kinds of topics up. But I mean, if people are going to be saying shit that don't make sense to me, I'm going to say that shit don't make sense to me. Simple. I enjoy making niche utility bullets, like a bullet that breaks regardless crystals, but I'm not too fond of stupidly OP bullets. I theorycraft for fun, not optimization. I actually wish a lot of people had that kind of attitude. You know, I think about like this game and its players a lot, and I have like some things that I think about a lot, and one of the topics is that God Eater became it became both like a single player game and it became more RPG than action RPG. So God Eater 3, when I first played it, the very first time I played it, and I looked at how they like removed a lot of the like install skills, and in essence they actually took away a lot of the essence of farming from the game. I mean, sure enough, in updates they added like a lot of like powerful skills that you would probably be better off farming for, you know, stuff like follow-up, really strong stuff. But in the vanilla game, that shit wasn't there. Like, the amount of damage increase that you could get from your equipment was like 2.5% or 5%, outside of like installing your plus 30 or whatever. So yeah, when that happened, I took that as a move to, okay, we're an action game now. But other guys took that as like a betrayal to the formula, as if like there's this holy Bible written out of what a God Eater game should be. And then whenever God Eater 3 strayed from that path, they would instantly blame Marvel to say, what the fuck is this? Why is it like this? This is not like 2RB. I hate this shit. But, you know, give it a chance, man. Try it. Don't fucking hop on social media and talk. Fucking play, man. Anyway, yeah. I played both God Eater and Monster Hunter. They have one thing in common, mainly the concept of go here and kill this. There we go. Pretty much. It's limited to that. Do you play DMC? I know you've out some gameplay. When's English? I'm gonna out you out of the live chat. Yeah, if you follow me on Twitter, once in a blue moon I upload some very sloppy... Wait, since I got my browser open, I might be able to... Wait. Oh, fuck, it's on my other console. God damn it. Why is everything so complicated? But yeah, I do play a little bit of DMC5. I'm planning to make content for it. Don't expect anything too good, but we'll see. I do have one DMC5 video, simple Dante combos. It was last year, April, sometime. I don't know, you can go fish through my Origami, through my channel for that. Put out some gameplay. Yes, I did that. I think the mobility was a neat idea, but the buffs were necessary if you ask me. Well, unnecessary. I liked some of the riskier ones, like the charge shot devourer. You're talking about predator styles, right? I can see why the others may not, though. Okay, look. Thinking about how much of a battle increase the predator styles gave you in Resurrection, think about what that would mean for this game, where you can already, like, just with, like, say, basic plus 60 Ashword gear, you can fuck up anything free. Now imagine if we had predator styles with those buffs on top of that. It would be yikes, to say the least. In God Eater 3, I use my gun to shoot link burst bullets. I'm going to take this time to say thank you for doing that. Okay, look, I ended up playing with like the same people all the time, so I got used to people shooting me with link burst bullets. But when it stopped happening, when I started playing with strangers, I was like, what is this game? I want to play this anymore. There's a reason why Shibari existed, yeah. So, yeah, taking everything into account that I said about the way God Eater 3 is not exactly, balanced well, excluding Crimson Ashlands. I feel like those are challenging. But people who probably had a similar mindset to me, where they try to enjoy God Eater 3 as an action game, what eventually started with like Japanese players a while ago. They're like a couple months after the game was released. These guys probably been doing this since 2RB or whatever. So essentially the sort of end game appeal of the game at the time, because there wasn't like high difficulty content, would be to only wear the weakest possible equipment in the game, and then like forsake all of the stuff that makes you strong in order to make the game challenging and fun. And yeah, that eventually became my life. That's actually one of the reasons why I'm okay-ish at this game, because that's basically my whole life in this game. I used to just play that all day. So yeah, on the topic of how much I play this game, I'm gonna go ahead and shock you guys by showing you my playtime. Where is it? There we go. Oh, it's even more shit. That's 3,120 hours. And still playing, mind you. And still somehow having fun. I don't know. You explain it to me. Maybe I just like the game that much. Right. Do I miss origami bullets? Not especially, because it was kind of an option to link burst bullets, and I don't like that. I feel like when you devour an origami, I mean, your next move should be to shoot link burst bullets into your friends. There shouldn't be an option to, oh, I want to use this other. No, that shouldn't be there. You should just link burst bullet. Give them burst. That's what the game is about. Nothing is sacred, in my opinion. I mean, changes are some risks developers take trying to improve games. It works sometimes. It works sometimes. Other times doesn't, I'm assuming. When no risks are taken, it will stagnate pretty quickly. I don't know, man. Judging by the way this game was received, I assume that people probably just wanted God Eater 2 too. But that's just me. I don't know. I like the way this game turned out, to be completely honest. I cannot actually praise Marvelous enough for making a decent game that I like. But like I said, this is just my opinion. God Eater 3 was actually the right path the game went through, in my opinion. Having more maneuverability was lit. I mean, Dive is probably one of my favorite additions in the series. It feels like it just belongs. But there's times when I feel like the player is like the movement is too strong. Like the player can completely control the entire battlefield, running wherever they want to, and then some origami are just not able to keep up. My main issues with God Eater 3 are the hitboxes and the fact that the outfits are handled the same way they've been handled since the PSP days. I don't know if you know this, but the biggest charm of God Eater 3 is the hitbox. There's nothing quite like, you know, you're standing outside, clearly outside the part of the attack, and then like you get clipped by the wind pressure because you're this fragile mortal in the face of these mighty beasts, and you cannot even withstand the brisk of wind that each attack makes on your cheek, and you just get fucked. But yeah, I actually agree with you. But I mean, it makes for some funny stuff. If you're recording runs though, you probably have a lot to complain about though. Why do we still have preset color outfits? Yeah. I don't like that. I mean, actually, I would also like some more create options, like height, for one. Preset faces, probably also I would remove and actually put like individual sliders for like eyes and shit like that. That would be nice. But the outfits, yeah, I kind of just like submitted to wearing crap for like my whole 1.0 life until they started doing updates. I mean, outfits and updates. But yeah. How much time I got? I don't know how long the stream been going. Can never tell. Oh, it's over an hour. Shit. Since we're having a nice time talking shit, I'll stream for a little bit longer. So yeah. If you're just joining the Q&A stream, this is a question and answer live stream. You can ask me questions in the live chat, and I will answer them. I'm just trying to extend my data. Yes, so yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask me in the live chat, and I will cover them. But other than that, there's not going to be no gameplay, no multiplayer, nothing fancy in the stream. I'm just going to be talking shit, saying things that I've probably like never said, like stuff that you've probably never heard me say. But yeah. I mean, I don't really do videos like this, but if you like these kinds of things where I just talk shit, then go ahead and tell me. I mean, maybe I'll do more of them. Like I said, I'm mostly a gameplay channel. focus on bringing you some cool looking gameplay and stuff. Marvelous did a really good job with the battle system, but the two mistakes they did was to keep +1 Guardian with +1 arcs and raise the cap to +60. What's your stance on that? I think +1s are fine. If they had to remove +1s, there'd be like basically no reason to grind in this game. But +60, yeah. When we got like +35, I was already like, yikes. And then when he went up to 45, I was like, okay, we're done now, right? And then he went up to 60, and I was like, well, shit. Yeah, if you go play rank 7 missions now, it's nothing, basically. You're just there. My stance on that, actually, though, in place of that, I would like them to increase the stagger threshold. Decrease stagger? English, please. Basically, make it so that Origami gets staggered less. I mean, I don't necessarily mind that they get downed on a break, but they should have made their parts more durable. They should have because I mean, it's very easy to stun lock Origami in this game. I mean, there's some instances where, yeah, I mean, some missions are just like, but I mean, if you've played, you probably know what I'm talking about. A third mistake was to have downs on a broken bond instead of a stagger. Like I said, it's fine. I mean, the downs do have diminishing returns. What I mean by that is, the more that you down the Origami, the less the down duration lasts. But they probably just should have made them, maybe like make the base down duration small. I don't know, I'm not a game developer. I don't talk like I'm a game developer, I just play. I just like experience shit. So it's very difficult for me to like put myself in that kind of position and say, if they had to change something, what would they change and by how much? Because I don't know. I mean, balancing this shit is probably a nightmare, and we should probably be thankful that it kind of is the way it is, you know. So is BK finally about to drop Kodi to 3 and move on? Videos, yes. If you still want to play, I'll probably still going to be playing this game very frequently. I have a few friends that they're not dropping the game, so I guess I won't either. I'm still having fun. I want crossplay on the next God Eater. That would be nice. That would be nice. I honestly haven't rage quit God Eater 3 like I have the others. I like how they followed the same style of fighting God Eater 3 with the maps and stuff, but I believe open world for God Eater 3 would be better. Why? I actually got that. Was it you? No, I don't think so. Someone said they should add open world into God Eater, and my response was no, because it's going to introduce unnecessary downtime, unnecessary fucking around in the map that you don't need to do. Okay, look, I don't play these games to experience fucking around in the wild. If I want open world, I'll go outside. I'm here for gameplay, man. So yeah, I'm actually pretty content that the maps are small-ish, that the mission starts and you just body something and then you move on and you do it again. Like I said, man, if you want to play open world games, they exist. But I kind of don't feel like God Eater would benefit from open world, at least for me. Judging by the way like design decisions are going in the field, I mean, it's a possibility that the next game might have an open world. Followed by me complaining on Twitter about how much time I'm wasting in the maps. Crossplay would make online play better, since looking for instas. When's English? Is such a hassle. Yeah, but like I said earlier, I mean, the game has the fundamental problem of the ad hoc multiplayer, where it's basically like a PSP system where, okay, like Max said earlier, be thankful that you're not starting multiplayer from the title screen. But yeah, there's a lot of improvements that could have been done to the online. I mean, crossplay is a little bit of a stretch when we don't have like fundamental things like a guy being able to join your game as it's happening. Because God Eater and Code Vein are in the same universe, what features from Code Vein do you want them to add to the next God Eater games or DLC? None. Keep Code Vein away. Take it away. I enjoyed Code Vein thoroughly when I played it. I liked it a lot. But as soon as I put it down, a couple months later, I forgot it existed. Code Vein should stay Code Vein, and God Eater can stay God Eater. I mean, Other people like to disagree, and they like to theory craft and say, okay, since the PETA appeared here, they're in the same universe, etc. This game, we're gonna have Revenants in the next Guardian game, and I'm just like, you know, before the Code Vein DLC came out, people used to ask me, ever since the big PETA reveal in Code Vein and all that shit, they used to ask me, what do you think, all excited like, they used to say, what do you think about fighting Origami in Code Vein? And I was like, why would I do that? If I just want to fight Origami, I just pop in Guardian 3 and have a blast. I won't go to a gameplay system with, like... Okay, let's not dunk on Code Vein. But basically, yeah, I'm on the stance that they should keep them separate. I don't feel like there's anything for them to gain by having them, like, crisscross, aside from marketing. Yes, we love the just chat aspect of this, at least I do. Okay, personally speaking, when I watch YouTube videos and guys like ramble or they do this kind of content, I put it off. Because I watch YouTube for gameplay. When I click on your video, I want to see some wild shit. I want to see you blow my expectations away. I don't want to see you talk over a game I like. But hey man, everybody's got their own preferences, so like I said, this kind of video has been highly requested. Since I was, I'm technically still a small channel boy. But yeah, so this, people have wanted me to do Q&A videos, they wanted me to do all this stuff for a long time, and I always said, nah, I want to do gameplay videos. And you know, actually though, something funny happened back when I just started out doing Guardian content for a while. Very big YouTuber, wanted to use my videos. He wanted to use, I don't know, he gave some story that he fucked up recording when he was doing some... I don't know. I don't follow people. I watch people that do gameplay and that's it. I don't like watch reviews. I don't watch personality-based content. None of that shit. So what this guy was saying to me, it had like no sway. So basically what he wanted was, he wanted me to like allow him to use my videos in his, and he would credit me and all that shit. And let me stop here and say, I'm actually very thankful that this dude asked me. There's been times in the past where motherfuckers just upload your shit like it's nothing, and then you say, you kind of throw your toys and you're like, why are you doing this? Stop. Don't upload my content. And they kind of don't understand. And yeah, now moving on the story. The guy, after that, so yeah, he asked me to use my videos and I declined. The biggest reason why I declined is not because I'm a dick that doesn't want people to use my shit. That's part of the reason, kinda, but the biggest reason why I declined is because I don't want handouts on YouTube. I don't want anybody to show me. I want to do all this shit. Okay, look. I'm trying to do 2005 YouTube here. I'm trying to make videos like this is 2005. Gameplay focused, music video type gameplay shit. I mean, if you watch my videos and you like the appeal, you know what I'm talking about. That's 2005 YouTube. I want to do that. I don't want handouts. I don't want this personality-based watch guy play game, not watch gameplay by guy. You know, shit like that. But that's me. Anyway, oh, Shinobi Kev, what's up? I wish they let you easily select and combine +1 arcs into a single use instead of having to jump through hoops. Yeah, I actually wanted them to have increased the amount of abandoned god arcs that you can hold by double. Because now you can earn like 5 was it 7? I think it's 5. You can earn like 5 per mission, so it starts filling up real quickly. People agreeing with me about Code Vein. Hey man, if you disagree, that's cool. I'm the kind of person where if you disagree, I just say good. I mean, I'm not someone who forces my opinion on people. I'm not someone who argues with people about varying opinions, discrepancies of agreement. I just say, cool, this is what I think, this is what you think, nice. But hey man, interesting, yes. All I ask now would be a proper online mode, yes please. It can make the lifespan of the game way better. Yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why this is dead game right now. The online wasn't handled well. Let's not mince words. It could have been more enjoyable. It could have been better. If this game had like a decent online system, I feel like it probably would have lasted long, but I think there's probably other problems in the game that would have needed to be addressed if you want to increase longevity of the game as a whole. For example, the game, if you farm a lot and you wear like strong equipment, most of the missions are very easy. Aside of like certain stuff. But yeah. Also, that question answer why it went to plus 60 late game content was kind of harder for people who can't play hard game or don't have time for that. You can argue it both ways. But look, there's some people that play games more than others. That's something that people should just accept. So I feel like when you play a game casually, you shouldn't really complain that you're unable to complete things in the game. Some games want you to practice. Some games want you to put a little bit of time into grinding for things so that you can do things easier. I feel like you shouldn't just show up and have everything handed to you. But then again, I'm from like the fucking 90s. You know, I grew up playing games in the 90s and shit, so. Then again, get good. Then again, you know, I understand where people are coming from when they say get good, but it kind of doesn't help the problem. Because, how do I put this? Okay, look, gaming has changed a lot over the last 20 years. Maybe you're a young boy, you're 15 years old, you're 18, you just started playing like 4 or 5 years ago, you think you know your shit. Nah, shit was very different back then, man. Back in like old games were made so that you wouldn't complete them. They were made so that you would continuously put your money into the arcade machine to lose money, to continue getting fucked, so the game could make money from you. That's what it was about. But now times have changed. Games have moved into more of like a casual pastime. They're more mainstream, whatever, however you want to put it. Times have changed. And honestly, I think large parts of that have been for the better. Mostly because games have become like a premier experience now. I mean, back on like PS1 days, I mean, you used to suck it up that the characters used to look like walking potatoes and stuff. But now, I mean, we got like good, how do I put this? Games have become an experience now. And I mean, that's for the better. So, it's kind of, you know, I don't know. I don't want to talk about casual versus hardcore because that's not an interesting argument, not an interesting conversation. Just play the game. Play the game in the way that you like to enjoy the game. That's all. If you feel like the game should be dumbed down to your level, I don't know. Maybe you should play the game a little bit more. But anyway. You know, if it weren't for my cat pissing me for food, I would be up right now. It's 1 in the morning. 1 in the morning? Where is that? Singapore? I don't know. Not very good with time zones. Screw E6. I tried with my +0 gear for days, and I gave up on it and got some help. Yeah, like I said, some of those Crimson Ashlands missions, the Origami are meaty in there. Pretty much. That's just to say the least. They're meaty. MLG Kodi de Vidido. Eh? When's English? Grinding was a given. I personally like it, but I do understand not everybody are willing to do it. Okay, look. I feel like everybody should understand that everybody plays games in different ways. Some people like to replay. Okay, some people, when they get the game, they replay the first mission over and over until they get that S rank. Just because that's what brings them enjoyment. It makes them feel good. But some people, they play easy mode and then they skip, like, if there's any kind of like assisted or automatic whatever, they use that because they just want to enjoy the story. I feel like both is fine. You know, motherfuckers like to say get good, and motherfuckers like to say stop being elitist. But you know, just play the game within yourself. PK, you're older. How dare you? I'm oldish, okay. They got me. Remember those 0.1 drop rates, please? No. You're talking about HR. Fuck, I want to block that out of my memory as fast as I can. That's basically fuck you for wanting this material. That's what that drop rate reads. You read it as 0.01%. I read it as fuck you for wanting this. Arcades, yeah. Well, arcades are dead in most parts of the world. Arcade culture is dead along with it. Arcades, yes. I steered clear of those places in my days. Over there, it's just a place where you get mugged. Yeah. I can see that. How dare you, Brent is young. Hey man, my age is not something I want to reveal publicly. Because it doesn't matter. I play God Eater, that's the only thing that matters when you watch this channel. God Eater players either kids or boomers. Such spicy comments. You guys need to watch your tongue. Because you're getting me to read this shit. Anyway, yeah, so this is the Q&A stream. I don't... Okay, let's put it this way. Back when I started doing YouTube, like I said, back when I started doing guides, I was frustrated and I was stubborn. Mostly because I felt like, okay, look, I play a lot of games. And I play games to improve myself as a player. Doesn't matter what I'm playing. Generally speaking, that's how I play games. So when I start a new game, if it's something I've never played before or whatever, my first question is, how do I get good at this? How do I L to P? How do I learn to play? What do I need to do to become proficient at this? That's like my approach to playing games. And that shows in my content. So that's why I didn't really want to do these kinds of videos. Well, part of it is because I don't like talking about myself, but I want to just show you cool gameplay shit and then you go, oh, that's nice. That's the extent of what I'm trying to do on YouTube. That's all. Arcade strong in Asia or anywhere else, it's just appendix or cyber safe. Indeed so, but I believe that some arcades haven't been doing too well with the whole pandemic and all that shit. I've heard some stories though, where some like streamers and stuff have done fundraisers for certain arcades in Japan, fighting game guys, and yeah, I really like that kind of stuff. That's why BK having this Q&A to satiate his old antics. Why you like this, man? You're probably the same fucking age as me, man. I'll be back with spicy comment in next stream, everyone. I look forward to next BK stream. How bold of you to assume there's going to be another stream. Okay, look, I'm planning to kind of incorporate streams into maybe a weekly thing. I don't know. We'll see. But look, I will say this in every stream. I don't want to make streaming my life. I don't want to do streaming as what I do on YouTube. I know a lot of people, as soon as you start streaming, they say, oh, well, you should get on Twitch. And yeah, Twitch is probably the #1 platform for streamers, but being a streamer is difficult, and I personally don't think I'm cut out for being a streamer. So I don't want to do that. I'm actually just streaming just to fuck around, just to talk some shit, and most importantly, just to interact in the live chat, because if you've ever commented on a BK Brent video, you've probably said, oh my god, this man has no life, because you probably got a heart and a response within a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. I don't know. Well, sometimes I'm probably not in the time zone that a lot of people think I am, but yeah, usually as soon as I see your shit, I respond, because like I said, trying to do 2005 YouTube, but it's what it is. I mix my YT stuff with both hangout streams and some casual and some challenge gameplay. Lol. Because a casual streamer, but pro gamer. Pro gamer, nah. I've got you all fooled, don't I? I'm ass, man. You don't see how many times I fuck up when I'm recording these videos. You don't see how many attempts it takes. I don't even actually know how much attempts it takes. It actually reminds me, man. Like I said earlier in the stream, I was working on another video. I teased earlier in the stream. I'm working on another Just Guard montage video. Probably aiming to release it next month sometime. But yeah, I've been trying to record a certain clip that I've been referring to as miracle grade difficulty. Like, it's so hard that your luck has to line up and you have to just get it just right. So when you see the video next month, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. It stands out a lot. But yeah, that clip I've been trying to record for like since April, since when I deleted my would-be second Just God montage video. Or if you don't know, I was actually working on one already. And then I finished it and I watched it back and I was like, this is whack. This is at the same level that the previous one was at. I cannot release this. It's not good enough. And then eventually I just deleted it. And then I made the Just God Worldwide. But yeah. So since then, on and off, I've been trying to record this miracle grade clip. In the beginning, I thought, wouldn't it be cool if this would happen? And then I found myself doing it more and more. And eventually, today, I got it. I got it right. I got it. And I made sure to carefully save it in 1080 and make sure I save it. And when I confirmed, I watched it back that it was saved and everything, I had my pop-off, man. I had the most quiet, loud pop-off you could ever have. It was late. It was like 4 a.m. I mean, I don't want to get yelled at by the neighbors. So when I got it, I recorded. When I watched the clip back, I was like, fuck. Yeah. Yeah. And I kept saying 4 months the whole time because that's how long it took me. It's like 4 months. 4 months. But yeah. You'll see that video eventually. And yeah. I'd say streaming is a pretty nice hobby. How bold of you to assume that you can stream as a hobby. If you want to take streaming seriously, okay, let me put it this way. If I had to pick one, I'm probably an antisocial kind of person. Mostly because I'm very proficient, I'm very well adjusted in terms of like social contact, but I prefer not to do that and prefer to generally just play games on my own. But if you want to do streaming as either a job or as a hobby, you have to be interesting all the time. That sounds very tiring to me. Because I mean, look, even in this video, I'm not trying to be interesting. I'm just being me. I'm just talking shit. So I mean, look, if you can do streaming like that, then and you enjoy it, then you've probably got it made. But if you had to do it as a job and you feel forced to do it, you have to play God Eater forever because God Eater is the thing that you're known for. It's the thing that you've got the viewers for. You want to play another game. You want to play Blaze Blue. You cannot play Blaze Blue. You have to play God Eater. That doesn't sound like a fun time to me. I mean, props to those people pulling through that shit. I mean, I used to watch like meme videos. I watched like every week or so, and then there'd always be that one odd clip where there's a streamer breaking down and people make fun of them. But you guys don't understand how fucking hard that shit must be. I mean, sure enough, some people are not like all there. Some people are not like, they don't have the mental fortitude to deal with hate. Because look, if you're going to be doing any kind of content or actually like literally anything on the internet, you're going to be trying to make a name for yourself on the internet, you got to be prepared. You got to have the shield of dreams ready. Because it doesn't matter what you do, some motherfucker's going to come out and hate on you. And they'll say stuff that don't make any sense just to piss you off. I mean, when I was coming up, I used to be really, really, really bothered by that kind of stuff. And people used to tease me about all kinds of things like, you know, well, one that used to get me a lot was people always used to like try and circumvent the amount of work that I put in to do something. So if you don't know, probably one of my biggest achievements to date was making Yanagi. That's a joke. One of my biggest achievements to date was I made a very, very in-depth guide for a game called Axel World vs. Sword Art Online. I translated huge parts of the strategy guide. I comprised a shit ton of my own information and I put it on the internet. And I mean, I wasn't trying to get famous. I was just trying to help people. I was just trying to, like I said, I was just trying to steer people in the correct direction, or like in the proficient direction into what would be to play the game. And then like people that used to be like household names in the previous game, they came out and they said, fuck you, this is shit, you just copied the strategy guide, you didn't do this, and you translated this badly. And I was like, why? Like, I mean, I'm just trying to live my life here, man. I'm just trying to help some people, and you motherfuckers coming out swinging. What did I do? What did I do to you personally to incur this wrath? But I mean, there's no logic behind it. So I'm saying, if you ever just want to do anything on the internet, you got to prepare yourself. It's not 2005 anymore, man. It's not happy-go-lucky play time full of introverts and shit online. Nah, it's wild motherfuckers online now. But hey, man, like I said, I'm just talking, so don't take me too seriously, you know. But like I said, yeah, it took me a while to actually like adapt. But I mean, maybe I kind of deserved it, because I remember there was a time when I got a little bit of traction in a certain circle, and I started, like, you know, I started thinking a little bit better of myself than I probably should have. And then that's probably why I was also so, what's the word? So, so irritated that people would just like throw salt. But I mean, you know, it's what it is. So now my new response to any kind of hate is just imagine that. So whenever some motherfucker says something that don't make sense to me, like there was some guy. Alright. When I announced Just Guard montage video, if you know the announcement, you were there, you enjoyed, you know, all that shit. But there was one guy who stumbled onto my video, I don't know where the fuck he came from. I never seen his name in my comments. And I interact in my comments a lot. I mean, I probably know, well, okay, look, if you change your name and your picture, you're a stranger to me again. Keep that in mind. But I mean, I'm very active in the comments, so I usually like know the kinds of people that frequent. Even if you comment one time, I might remember, probably will remember. But this dude, he comes out. In the announcement of that video, he's like, okay, so he comes from the stance of, look at this YouTuber trying to get free gameplay to use for his video. What a fucking clown. And I'm like, did you even watch the video though, man? Like, I made it perfectly clear that this is how it's gonna go down. And then he said, in another comment, he said, how much for clips? Basically insinuating that I need to pay these people so that I can use their content that they gave to me with their consent, mind you. I need to pay them. And I was just like, fuck, you know, get the fuck out of my comments, you fucking asshole. That happens a lot. And then I just heart the video and say, imagine that. I had one of those when working on the community JG submissions. I was trying to JG a bunch of false idols laser rain, but the layout, if quite random. And then I remembered that the shield circles existed. Yeah. You're talking about miracle grade difficulty, right? Okay, look. I know that some people... how do I put this? I've lurked a lot in God Eater circles. Mostly just because I want to understand how people are playing the game, what they're enjoying with the game. I want to have that kind of knowledge. I want to understand how people view the game. So then I've went into some places, I won't say where, but I've stumbled upon some... I don't even know. It's like... Not only can you see the motherfucker saying this shit, don't play the game, but it's just like... He's trying to force his opinion on something that he doesn't understand. Fuck. Okay, let me just give you an example. I was lurking, right? And the topic of Just Gods came up. And then someone said... they said something like, I want to play like BK Brent because he's Just God focused. And I mean, everybody's free to play exactly however they want. I mean, nobody's throttling you into your playstyle. Nobody says, gun to your head, you have to play Just Gods. I mean, maybe people did that in the past, but fuck that. That time is over. I don't give a fuck about that. Now, these people used to say like... So, this dude's response to that was, he said, dodging is where it's at. And then I was like, okay. And then he said... some things. Okay, let's gloss over that part. Let's keep the anonymity. And then basically he said that just guarding only takes timing, and dodging takes knowledge, timing, and experience. And I was like, what? Explain. Actually, explain in the form of a video gameplay that illustrates this point. Because like I said earlier, the movement in this game is really strong. I mean, you can cover big distances quickly, you can step far, you can slide through Origami to the other side. The dodging is very strong. I won't deny that dodging, like, properly, because, I mean, okay, look. I'm outright going to say I'm not dunking on dodging, because, shit, man. I know some, like, downright dodging gods. I've never seen players this good at dodging in God Eater 3 before. I know, like, these guys used to play... I don't know if you know, but there's that one mission, it's part of... I think it's a challenge to the Hounds. But you're supposed to fight like 4 X Raiders or something, and then there's 2 Hannibals. And now what these guys do is they say, fuck the Axe Raiders, we're gonna fight the two Hannibals in the church and not leave the church. And they do that with rank 1. And they don't get hit for like 15 minutes. That's exceptional, top tier grade dodging gameplay. Because the amount of situational awareness and like calculation of space that goes on, I mean, I'm trying to like fathom this shit in my own terms, but to them it's probably just like we're moving, you know. Like to me, people probably just assume that I'm doing all these calculations, but I'm just guarding shit, you know. At the end of the day, that's what it is. And I think in spite of that, God Eater 3 is actually awesome that you can look onto other playstyles and feel that kind of amazement when you watch someone else play a completely different playstyle to you. Watch the guy play and you're like, shit, this man knows what he's doing. But now this guy talking about just God only takes timing. Only timing. And yeah. So okay, look. Basically, if you play a lot of rhythm games, you're instantly able. If you play like fighting games that have like, I don't know, fuck. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of it, but it doesn't fucking make sense to me. It's just like, why you talk about things that you don't know though, man? You won't see me like, I'm okay at dodging. I prefer to just guard, but I'm okay at dodging. When I need to, I can do it. But I'm not going to sit and analyze other people's playstyles as if I'm a professor. As if I have a certified degree on God Eater 3. Nah, man. Nah. Anyway. I did a build guide for Mass Effect Andromeda once for the Vanguard class, and EA and BioWare had me take it down. Welcome to modern day YouTube. It's hard to make streaming a hobby or job, and you have to plan to keep it fresh. I don't know. I feel like probably if you just want to do it, you can just throw all that stuff out of the window and just do it. But if you're trying to turn it into a job and trying to make a living out of it, there's certain levels of appeal that you probably need to do. And I don't know. My kind of personality is I go in the opposite direction when someone tries to make me do something that appeals to them. Like, people often used to say, when's no guard video? And I'm just like, and do more guard videos, you know. But that's just me. But yeah. So streaming is difficult. It's probably not as difficult as it seems, but yeah, it's difficult. All gameplay is fine until someone uses Rage Burst. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a Devour attack. Meanwhile, gets hit with a Devour attack twice. Yikes. Okay, look. Guys, I don't know, man. Back when I was on my travels, I don't really look at this stuff anymore because I feel like there's no point. But when I was on my travels to understand how people played God Eater, what they thought about God Eater, a lot of the stuff people saying was they did like, there's not much playtime backing up the claims. People play like to a degree where they feel like they understand, where they can have like a conversational high ground that they can argue from, and then there's nothing beyond that. Like, I mean, some people make some big fucking claims. They say big words, they say big sentences talking about this player can't do that, this player whatever, you know. And then there's nothing to back it up. I mean, I used to pride myself on watching every single shred of God Eater gameplay that got uploaded to YouTube. And, I mean, I never saw these names. But like I said, man, it is what it is. Anyway, so, we're late into the shit-talking session of the stream. I'll give it like another 5 minutes or so. So yeah, if you have any more questions or anything, I mean, look, these opportunities don't come along often. Not often I do talking videos like this. If you've been watching my channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, if you have anything to say, now is the time. God Eater 3 is too short, then we play plus 1,000 hours, try different ways to play it, make speedruns, make it perfect, Shibari and so on. Look, it's just about how you enjoy the game. To be completely honest, people can play in whatever way they want, but as soon as people start having a problem with the way other people play, then I get irritated. Like, if people start saying, don't guard that, or always dodge this Origami. I mean, just let people do them. You know, it's what it is. I was a God Eater fanatic, but I recently played Monster Hunter World, and I gotta say, God Eater is like a baby to it. Okay, that's nice. Getting sweating because I have Final Vengeance sessions. I used to be like subpar at FE. Now that's a long time ago. You can enjoy the game the way you want, and if you're bored, change the gameplay and make other stupid way to play it. As long as you have fun, who cares about the others? I don't know, man. We're in the talking age. I feel like people, they talk exponentially more than they play. I've never really been a fan of that. If I don't know things, I mean, okay, look, I've made mistakes in the past. I mean, some people won't let me forget that, but I've made mistakes. Sometimes I've posted like information that wasn't properly tested, and that's my bad. I mean, that's what fucking insomnia and depression and all that shit does to you, but no making mistakes, that's on me. But guys that don't play and then they're forcing opinions on people that do play, it's like, yeah, why are you here? I mean, what's your purpose? Yeah. Are there any other titles you're thinking of uploading in the future other than Devil May Cry 5? Honestly, no. Nothing interests me as much as DMC5 does. I might be interested in Relink, but then again, that's an if. I feel like that game is going to be good, and then it's going to have like a few aspects of it that I really strongly dislike, and then might not play it as much as I think I will, but we'll see. We want open world God Eater. Let me out. We already talked about this. I said I don't want open world God Eater because I feel like introducing an open world map is going to introduce a lot of downtime, a lot of fucking around in the maps that doesn't necessarily need to be in the game. Like I said earlier, if I want an open map to run around in, I'll go outside. I don't want to play that in game. This was the only game where I was having fun with weapon collection. I was thinking of Origami theme sets and bullets the whole time and having a blast. I've actually done that for a few of the cosplay characters that I've made. I was thinking about upgrading them to plus 60 as well, but I don't want to farm anymore. Let me out. Open world and make it 100 easier to kill Origami than God Eater 3. I'm just not a fan of wasting time. Because is an open world... Okay, let's take a step back. Generally speaking, the traveling in an open world game needs to be fun for the open world game to be fun to me. So, for example, something like Grand Theft Auto I can have fun with because traveling is fun. Driving sports cars is fun. Flying helicopters, jets, boats, and all that shit is fun. But if like... Okay, it's different if they have like point-to-point travel and then you unlock shit in different maps, unlock points to travel to. But if on foot and like maybe a glide through the air, starting to sound like I'm describing a certain game, but if that's your only methods of travel, I'm going to get bored. I'm not the kind of person that likes an open world for the sake of traveling. I mean, I like having nice things to look at, but I mean, after I've seen it 100 times, I don't want to see it anymore. I don't really want to fuck around going back to base, wasting my goddamn time that I could be spent just guarding Hannibal's Blade Storm, for example. So I actually appreciate the way that God Eater handles maps, in the sense where you just start, the thing is in front of you, you body it, and you go back. That's cool with me. If anything, I actually don't like when the Origami runs away, because I don't like chasing them through the map. Now, imagine if you had to chase Origami in an open world. That sounds fun, doesn't it? Let me out. Hey man, I tried Genshin Impact and it wasn't for me. That's all. I will appreciate the babes though. At any time I will allow waifus into my timeline. I'll never say no to that. Dragon Dalton with the Spanish. I am unable. Most annoying Origami, false idol. Or actually small Origami. I'll put those above false idol. Recently I was recording a certain Regalia clip and I started to hate Regalia a lot. But yeah, mostly small Origami. Dislike. That's why I like God Eater. That's efficient. Open world can be good, but I don't know. I feel like the open world is kind of... Okay, no swearing in the chat, please. Stop. Hybrid could be cool. I mean, I fundamentally don't like open world because it means that traveling has to be a part of gameplay. Yes, this is just a talking stream, no multiplayer. Next time I'll do a multiplayer stream. Maybe next Friday. I mean, I do actually have my internet working now. Wait, maybe I should host a multiplayer stream after this. What do you guys think? It'll be like a good 10 minutes though, and I probably won't be talking as much. I say no swearing, and then they swear but with no vowels. Can you stop? Gacha games are the bane of me. There's a reason why I don't play games with it. It'll make me go broke fast. That's another hot topic, and I mean, I have my stance on it. I'm not really interested in it. But I feel like probably in the future it's going to become more prevalent. DLC is already like a small version. Okay, wait, no, I'm thinking of microtransactions. My bad. Just let me out. Actually, I'm old school. I like paying full price for my game and then having access to everything I want that I have intended to pay for in the game. I don't really want to pay money for roles. I mean, DLC is one thing. Buying costumes and stuff is another, but I like paying for games and then enjoying what I pay for. I don't like paywalls for things. I don't like gacha, rolling, stuff like that. Not interested. Why don't you like Longsword? It's not that I dislike Longblade, it's that I dislike the burst outs on Longblade. If we're talking no burst outs weapons, Longblade is actually my favorite weapon. My biggest gripes with Regalia are the dash attacks, residue crystals, and that you can break it by preemptively destroying all of the crystals. If you keep him close to a wall, he doesn't summon the crystals. Also, if you stay close to him, on bends, when he turns, he doesn't summon them. There is... Okay, let me not say that. That's going to be a spoiler for a future video. But, yeah. I don't like Regalia because I feel like he doesn't need the turrets to be intimidating. They could have just given him the beam attacks and shit as part of his moveset. The beam attacks that he uses with the turrets, they could have given them that as part of his moveset, like bonus attacks and stuff. But, yeah, I don't like the turrets. Hello, do you remember me? Vaguely? I think. I interact with a lot of people. I'm sorry, I'm not very good with names. Favorite character, go. Mine is Julius. I said, I've answered this already. My favorite character in God Eater 3 is Yanagi, my player character. Don't at me. Aerial origami would be hit or miss in an open world. Do you mean that literally? Have you ever played Resident Ops? Nope. I am ducking that game. It goes against my religion. It goes against my values of not playing phone games. Did you answer my question? Yes, I did earlier in the stream. You can watch it back for. You can watch it back for the full. Am I married? What? Yes, I'm married to my PS4. Actually, I'm a polygamist because I have 2 PS4s. I'm married to both of them. This man asking the difficult questions. When I heard about DLC, I said, I know this is going to be a problem. For real, think about it. Bow and arrow God Arc. There was a chick that used the bow and arrow God Arc in... I don't know if it was God Hero Online or was it Resident Ops, one of those. But if you really think about it, what's the purpose of your gun if you have bow and arrow? I mean, I'm not going to go ahead and turn away brand new God Arc. But, it is what it is. Dark Souls. Why does everybody ask this question? I have no interest in Dark Souls. I'm sorry. Oh, it was in Resident Ops. Okay. Redundant Ops. Okay, let's not dunk on the game. I have this habit of just saying whatever pops into my mind, and whether I mean it or not is a different thing. So, yeah. We got another... okay, we'll make it 10 minutes. We'll extend the stream to 10 minutes. Mostly because I'm enjoying talking shit. But you know... I generally don't like talking shit in text, especially. Because people like to take what you say out of context and then turn you into a fool. So... like, if you get me in voice chat, I'll talk the most shit. Or in a live stream, I don't care, you can quote me. It's whatever. I mean, these are my views. This is what I think. I'm not going to hide that. I'm just being me. But if guys want to take what I say out of context and make a fool out of me in text, it's just like, nah, man. At least understand what I'm saying before you try and dunk on me. Did you play any Is games? Not yet. They're on the list. I'm currently making my way through Ao no Kiseki, having a fun time. I think they should try the gauntlet thing again that they scrapped for Heavy Moon. It sounds interesting. Only if it has real impact. It's a reference to a Devil May Cry move. But yeah, I want anything. Just new shit. New God Arts, new whatever. I just want more game to play. Starting to get a little bit tired of talking now, so any more questions, go ahead. I think the biggest problem is that I'm not playing. And I'm starting to... my ADHD is kicking in. New engine for Kodi sounds nice. I'd be fine with this one, to be honest. I'm actually, you know... I've kind of... It's a complex feeling because... I really want them... to make... like an expansion, an upgrade, or new version, or Kodi 4, or whatever. I have that anticipation and I have that excitement in me, but at the same time, I'm shit scared because the chances of them fucking up the balance or, you know, making something that shouldn't be a thing. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, Kodi isn't necessarily well known for balanced. It's not necessarily well known for balance. 3 is no exception either. But when the balance and the meta get skewed into a point where the game is not fun as a hunting or action game, let me out. I want to be there anymore. I can see Monster Hunter fans here. Yeah, you brought them. As for guns, I think a flamethrower could be cool, but maybe that's redundant at this point. Isn't that just going to be a ray gun that shoots radials at close range? I don't know. I'm struggling to picture it. I don't know if asked yet, but what do you think is the best type of God Arc and the best burst arts with it? Oh, actually, this was a question that I used to get a lot. I used to get asked, like, frequently to make a tier list for God Arcs in this game. And I always adamantly denied because I know exactly what tier lists do to people. They look at it as like a Bible and a point of reference and say, no, according to this tier list made by this guy, this weapon is shit. And I mean, honestly, I think that all the weapons in this game are good. Some weapons may be a little bit more skewed in terms of like output, firepower, and the damage and shit. Looking at like Burst Hammer. Under the right conditions, Biting Edge as well. Heaven or Hell on Variant Scythe. I mean, but then again, it's just about how you play. That's why I don't want to answer this question. Because people must just pick what they like and play with it. Wait, where was I? Bow and arrow when you have guns. Yes, I said that. No question from me, but like I told you, if you want to ask me stuff about Kiseki, I can help to some extent. Bold of you to assume I'm going to ask. And that guy that plays quietly says nothing. No words, just quietly enjoys. Judging from your background music, I assume you've played the Persona series. Indeed I have. All of them. Like them. Unless you just really like the music, apologies if you've discussed Persona already. I haven't. I play a lot of JRPGs. I mean, not as much as I used to, since when you start taking a game seriously, all your time goes away, because then you have to start budgeting time for job, time for sleep, time for not game, and then time for game. And then in the spots where you'll be putting time for other games, it just gets eaten up by content creation. Because look, in order to be able to make sort of like the kind of content that I want to make, I need to play at least 10 times more than what I'm showing you. I need to play beyond what I'm showing you and then show you this video of what I can do now. That's kind of like the rationale of how, at least how it works in my head. So yeah, the more, like, I mean, when you start taking games seriously and shit, then yeah, your time disappears. Like right now I'm splitting time between... Okay, well, I just finished up work today. It shouldn't be too bad for like until the end of the year maybe, but right now I'm splitting time between the remainder of the God Eater 3 videos that I want to do, practicing in Devil May Cry 5, and then making my way through at least 2 games at a time that I've been trying to get around to for like 5 years. So yeah. Like I said, it is what it is. Okay, I'll end the stream off by talking about dropping God Eater 3. I think I've already said everything on that though. But yeah, we'll get to that. Chained Blade God Arc, anyone? Chained Blade? You mean like a chainsaw? Wouldn't that just be the Heavy Moons? Wait a second. I don't know if you guys have played a game called One-chan-bara. Not Origin, the new one that came out. There's an old one on PS4 called Z2 Chaos, I believe. But that game had a chainsaw character. And it's kind of like a hack and slash action type game where you fight a bunch of zombies and shit. But there was one chick that had a chainsaw. A weapon like that would be pretty cool in God Eater. But then again, I guess they used up all their chainsaw uses on a certain part of the Heavy Moon. I love Spear Shotgun, but I basically play everything. More or less me. I play everything that isn't Buster and Spear. I only play Spear in videos. I don't play Spear online. Not Lollipop Chainsaw, man. Although that too. I agree with that. I always hear people saying the BE is bad. Huh? People still say that? Nah, man. Biting Edge, the only thing Biting Edge is bad to is your stamina gauge. Outside of that, it's a very good weapon. Very fun weapon too. All weapons are good for me, it's just... sure, you're spelling, man. It's just tiered? Oh, tiered on how much I suck at using it. That was my bad, sorry. Okay, look. My weapon usage is not gonna belay the amount... Okay, it's not gonna represent the amount of shit that I'm talking about. Let me just move the chat. This is my weapon usage. Buster is still really high. I haven't played Buster properly in like half a year, maybe? Oh wow, I maxed assault gun uses. But yeah. So, I started out God Eater playing Buster. I like big blades. That used to be my shit. But the more that I played the game, the more my playstyle started moving towards just guarding and stuff. And then short blades started becoming a better pick for what my kind of playstyle is. Yeah. Actually though, you wanna know how you know someone plays this game a lot? If this value is maxed. This is the Link Burst Bullets Given value. I'm at 91,000. If this gets maxed, then you know you've played this game a shit ton. This is Devour's. It's also maxed. Anyway, yeah, that's my stats. Where was I? Interest in Megami Tensei. I played... what was it called? It's called Lucifer's Call in Europe. Nocturne. I played Nocturne a very long time ago. And that's all I can say. If you work and play games, might consider not marrying. Juggling between responsibilities suck. Bold of you to assume I'm into 3Ds. With 2D waifus only here, man. That being said, I don't really do well in relationships, but that's another topic. Freedom Wars and the Chainsaw. Dear Speeder in Code Vein. We talked about that already. Do you like FPS games? Hey, you're skipping out. You missed that part of the question. I used to like FPS a lot when I was younger. And then... Okay, look, the people that I was playing with, they started being the toxic kind of competitive, and it stopped being fun. And I mean, we weren't like doing any kind of like spectacular online clan-based bullshit. We were just playing like, what, like 4 guys, offline split screen, Modern Warfare 1, doing the shipment stage. And then I used to be like the knife guy, because I was always like, I mean, even now you can tell I'm the close combat guy. I used to like knife people, jump knife people, all that shit. It used to be fun in games, and then the guys started taking it a little bit too seriously. They started throwing controllers and stuff, and then it stopped being fun. But yeah, I'm not really into FPS games too much anymore. I like Yuki Mirai. I don't think I've seen that name before. I like Onechan-bara. Sucks that you can't move your save data between PS4s. Oh, you mean if you like pre-ordered Japanese Origin and you wanted to play the localized version? Yeah. Back when games used to have cross-save with like Vita versions and shit, you used to be able to do that, but now you cannot. Biting Edge is awesome. They need to revive Freedom Wars. Problem with Freedom Wars is whenever I see the name come up now, I remember when people were trying to turn Fatal Bullet into Freedom Wars. They were trying to back it into a corner just because they shared a grappling hook. You motherfuckers are wild. Anyway, Spear is too complicated for me to use properly, lol. I'm under the impression Spear is too complicated for anyone to use properly. Shots fired. Better duck. I admire the players who can use spears very well. It is difficult. Yes, I do too. Honestly, spear is not a very easy weapon to use proficiently, especially if you play with other people. Heavy Moon was my very first weapon, but Boost Hammer is my main weapon right now since it can easily break bonds. I don't know why, but Boost Hammer is actually, like, among people that are unaware of how strong it is and how strong heat drive is and all that shit. A lot of people don't like Boost Hammer. I don't know why. Good game. Meanwhile, I'm struggling to cancel Charge Glide. Send help. Helps if you map block to the D-pad. I can't play Onechan-bara. Wife is watching sometimes. Oh, this is what you do. You make your wife play Onechan-bara. That's how it works. 3,000 hours, 130 days straight. Really? Actually, though, it reminds me. Back in December last year, was it December? I remember seeing a player card. Guy uploaded a screenshot. This was the guy that I used to play with a lot, and he's fucking insane at making like extremely proficient custom bullets. Not the point of the story, just giving you some backstory. Guy was very, very good at custom bullets. And I saw his player card, he uploaded a screenshot. And this guy, the playtime on his player card was almost equal to the amount of time that God Eater 3 had been out for. Now that's some high level shit. I mean, I feel sorry for my PlayStation 4 doing 12-hour sessions a day, but this guy's rocking it 24/7. High level. Anyway, I assume you already perfect cleared all the missions. Do you think there's any point in doing so? There is no point. It's just so that you can brag and say that you did something. Actually, though, I haven't. Since, when was it? 1.4. Oh, I think. I believe the perfect clears appear on the other side. Let me just move the chat. Okay, look, I did these ones. The basic ones, but as soon as the... oh, wow, I did most of the solos. The solo classes. Free class, not done. Special missions, not done. Hound, challenge to hounds, not done. Crimson Ashlands, 0 done. Yeah, it kinda... it was just... I mean... Perfect clears... In the beginning, I was all hyped up to do them and all that shit. And then, the more that I played the game, the more I realized that perfect clears... they're actually whack, to be honest. I mean... okay, I'm not gonna say this because I wrote this shit in another future video description. Oh shit, you guys. I'm revealing all my tech. Shit. These guys know. They know that I'm scheduling videos, but yeah. I basically said that perfect clears, back in the beginning of times, they used to be praised as the holy grail of high level and premier gameplay. And then when you watch it, you see some motherfucker running in a circle, using hold, using tower, using like lucky fall guards with a tower, using auto guard with a tower. I mean, stuff that is not worth watching, if we're being brutally honest. I mean, I have a very, very high opinion of God Eater videos, mostly because I'm a content creator, so I try to push myself to the utmost limit, and I try to make videos that are like the shit. Stuff that when you watch it, you know someone that knows what they're doing is playing. But when you watch those perfect clear videos, you get no indication that this person understands the origami that they're fighting. I mean, the exact same play style could be used on any origami. They could, because I mean, most of the dudes that I used to watch, they used to just like run in a circle around the origami, run to the left, and then wait until it does something unsafe, slide in, punish, come back, go back to running in a circle. And I'm just like, is this worth watching? Is this the kind of play that you want? Is this your answer to the ideal play that you want to upload for God Eater 3? But that's just me being elitist. So honestly, I feel like perfect clears are that's why I won't do them anymore. And I stopped doing them. Although I do have, okay, let me not spoil the scheduled video, but you'll see probably next week. So yeah. You ever played Ragnarok Odyssey Ace? I almost did. Almost bought it, and then I didn't. I got my one friend to show me the character creation in there, and it looked kind of interesting. 2D better than 3D. This man knows. We need a Freedom Wars remake. Let's not hope for that, because you'll be hoping for a while. Fatal Bullet. Okay, I'm not reading it. I don't want. I've left this game behind me. Please, no more. No more Fatal Bullet, please. Nucleus. Yes, that is who I am talking about. That is a player. Bullet God. I mean, I don't like calling people gods because I know how it feels to be called a god when you're just doing something that you feel is basic, but he's very, very, very good at making custom bullets. Do you think custom bullets are important? Depending on your play style, I guess so. I mean, you can't live without them. You cannot turn them into your play style, though, due to the cost system. And I know that a lot of people were using that as one of the gripes to dislike this game. But, yeah. Jeez, I keep going over the time and keep saying that I'm going to stop the stream. Alright, now, for real now, we'll give it now another 10 minutes. I want to slap from. She's really annoying. You know, there's a couple people that'll probably slap you for that. I'm either or. I don't really care about this character much. I just would like it if she didn't follow me around the base all the time. I would actually like it if follow me wasn't... If it was the other way around. If stay wasn't the command and follow me was the command. And by default, she would just stand around. That would be fine. But, anyway, and I quote, the guy's PlayStation let me out. Funny. I see that's understandable, and to back you up on that, it doesn't really sound elitist to me. I don't know. I mean, a lot of stuff when taken out of context can sound very elitist, but you guys need to understand that I'm playing this game to be the utmost best that I possibly can be, and in every single video I want to, like, destroy my past self. I want to completely, like, overtake, surpass every video and all that shit. But that's just like my approach to making videos, and I feel like if you don't have that similar kind of drive and you end up releasing stuff that's sort of like, you know, you're not improving much anymore, then you gotta change something. That's what I feel like. No swearing. People still remember that. I don't say that anymore because I cannot control it. I mean, it's a part of me. It's how it is. Alright, we'll extend the stream a little bit. Guess we're gonna talk until my voice is no more. Nobody is going to catch this archive, I'm telling you. People like to say that they like watching long videos until it's like over an hour, over 2 hours. And they're like, nah, let me out. But then again, I like videos that are like 2 minutes, you know, 4. That's a sweet spot for me. If you send me a 10-minute video, it's gonna sit in that spot where you send it to me. Just that perfect clears aren't entertaining. You know, I digress though, but perfect clears can be entertaining, but if you take them to that level, they start to become a whole nother thing. Like, look at my playstyle. Wait, I feel like I missed a question. No. Look at my playstyle. I play just guard focused. I mean, if you've played with me online, you might not see me play like that, because when I play with other people, I like to play support focused to an extent. But when I'm recording videos, I like to play just card focused. I feel like this is my personal answer into what makes God Eater 3 a game with a high skill ceiling, because it's not very easy to just guard every single attack on an Origami. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the videos uploaded. Don't be fooled by the easy remarks that I make. Don't be fooled by all of that shit. It's difficult. And if you're going to use Buckler, you have the constant danger of chip damage creeping over your shoulder. So taking that into account, you're going to be setting out to just guard every attack on an Origami. And let's say you want to record like a 3-minute video. That's like what? 30? 40 chances to fuck up? It's hard. It's really hard. So if you're going to do perfect clears with my playstyle, it starts to become very frustrating. And that was the wall that I hit about like November last year or something. And then I said I'm not doing perfect clears anymore. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like you can still make them exciting. There's a lot of ways you can play this game. I mean, you can, like, regardless of what your playstyle is, you can invent something new. You can do whatever. There's shit tons of ways to play this game. But since you stopped perfect clears, you feel even more daring. The people running in a circle, are they training for the next NASCAR game to be made? Nah, man, they were enacting what they thought the next level of God Eater play will be. And I was watching that shit with a frown on my face like, what the fuck are you doing? But hey, some people just like to upload videos just so that they can say they can upload videos. But hey man, it's what it is. You'll see me talk shit in the future scheduled video description when it comes out next week. You'll see. As I played more, I had less and less issues with the COD system, although that is with the benefit of not really going to bullet crafting until the cost boost. Actually, to add to one of those things, like I said earlier in the stream, rank 1 play has kind of extended into a big part of the end game of God Eater 3. If you've probably played with me at least, you know that rank 1 play probably ends up being most of the stuff that you end up doing in this game. So if you were one of those guys that had like specific bullets for specific Origami and you spent a whole long time crafting them, optimizing them to be perfect, when you start playing rank 1 play, they're not necessarily useful at all, because you take up space that could have been used for no OP cost healing bullets. So yeah, rank 1 play does kind of have its demerits on how it changes the meta of the game, but all in all, I feel like it's a very good answer to the game initially being easy. Fim be vibing though. I've never thought of it like that though. Actually, that kind of does. That actually makes a whole lot of sense. Never thought of it like that. Not when she's chasing you though, but yeah. Have you played Tokiden? I have not. Might one day, but I kind of don't think so. God Eater is kind of like the only game like this that I thoroughly enjoy, and I'm willing to pretty much just stay here. I mean, a lot of people these days, they like a certain subgenre of a game, and then they're like, that's the shit that they play, and I feel like that's alright. But I'm one of those people that likes gaming so much, I want to get as much experiences as I possibly can, so I'm trying to play as much shit as I can. So instead of playing a game in a subgenre that I might not like, I'll play something in a different genre that I'm sure to like. Doing JG takes a lot of practice though. Rhythm games was a lot of help on getting the timing right. That's actually a good tip. No, rhythm games actually used to help me with fighting game execution. There's a lot to be learned in rhythm games. Something I learned from Just Guard is that the window can vary a lot. Like a lot. How so? I gave up on doing perfect clears, it's just not for me. I prefer fighting in Origami's teeth no matter what weapon I may have. I can dig it. I've been trying to do one Fang deployment. One Devour by proxy given how the endless trick works on Congo, but that's ludicrously difficult. Oh, I see. You're trying to keep the open mode and then maintain. Holy shit, that sounds extremely difficult. If you can record something like that, please link it to me. I want to see that. So what this guy says, if you don't know, Charge Spear, after you do the Charge Glide, it has this thing called Fang Deployment. Well, I call it open mode. The Charge Spear glows red and it has slightly extended range, and I think it's 20% damage. I don't know, but you get some buffs, and when you keep your actions flush, like steps, backflips, attacks, dives, when you keep your actions flush, you can maintain the open mode. But if you are able to guard during the open mode with endless, I believe it's called, if you can do that, you can maintain the open mode. You can also do it with dives as well. So what this guy wants to do is he wants to do a 1 devour run and 1 open mode run. That sounds extreme. I'd like to see that if you can record that. Rhythm games you enjoy. I used to play a lot of Project Diva. I played most of them. Yeah. Oh, see you. Oh, you out. Alright, good games. I'm probably gonna end the stream soon-ish. Wow. I've never talked this much about myself before. A lot of people, when you make like content and stuff, they want to know the person behind the content. They don't just really want to take the stuff that you're making. They want to engage with you, not with what you're doing. So that kind of conflicts with the way that I make videos, because like I've been saying throughout the stream, I just do gameplay stuff. So people always been asking me these questions like, why don't you do face reveal? Why don't you do Q&A video? Why don't you do let's plays, etc., etc.? And it's not what I want to do at the end of the day. I'm not trying to turn YouTube into my life, even though it is a big part of my life. Fuck my life. I'm trying to give myself a platform where I can improve as a player at the end of the day. That's all. So I try to bring that into my content as well. So yeah, I'm sure that a lot of people probably didn't know that I'm this talkative. Well, if you look at some of my descriptions, you probably see that I talk a lot of shit. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just dude that likes games. Project Diva is lit though. Yeah, actually, I've been trying to get Future Tone, and I don't know why I don't have it yet. Like, I keep saying that I'm gonna wait for the sale, and even when it appears on sale, I just don't get it. One day. You can only deal with certain spears since you need endless and the PGC. Ah, that's correct. I love Project Diva, and Mad Rat Dead is a new rhythm game I'm adoring. One game that I want to buy is called DJ Max Respect. That game is supposed to whip your execution into shape. Wasted my time on Project Diva, Oz, and Citus mostly. I don't know that one. No, do not do face reveal. Privacy is important. I am not intending to do face reveal. Honestly speaking, I am way too handsome for YouTube. If I have to do face reveal, you guys are going to start liking me for reasons that has nothing to do with my gameplay, and we cannot have that. I used to play rhythm games like OS and GD, but not so much anymore due to how much I play Kodi 3. I used to play OS for a while, and then I started having carpal tunnel, and then I stopped. And I do have an Opie mouse now. So you can thank OS for that. It's a Blackrock shooter one though, and it's not Eros as much as you'd think. Can you do a tutorial on how to delete false idol from the game? I wish. Unfortunately, I can't. Came late to the stream, but it has been enjoyable. Yes, this is like I said earlier, it's not a secret stream, so this one should be published either tomorrow or the day after. I'll end the stream soonish and become red light as naturally as... Why you like this, man? So let me have fun and continue the stream. You gotta point this shit out. Shit, man. Show your bullet recipes. I have. What if I have? I'm pretty sure I have. I've showed all the bullets that I use. Yes, I've shown. I don't use. I'm not a bullet guy. I don't really make custom bullets. I believe there's only one that I haven't showed, but that's because it's not a good bullet and shouldn't be used. There are a lot of... Okay, maybe there's not that many, but there used to be a lot of people, especially on Twitter, that were like magicians with bullet creation. I mean, I don't watch too much God Eater stuff anymore, like I said earlier. But yeah. Mousepad reveal when. So that's more important than my face. That's where we're at right now. For melee, you can bind it with bullets, even when the shield is up, and false idols bind resistance is the lowest in the game, if that helps. So I'm just looking at the time. I'll probably request a no BA CB only 2 times false idol for Shibari if I have the chance to do so. Yeah, you'll see me throw you out that room so quick. It's like I said, it's not that I struggle with false idol, it's just that I would rather not be fighting it. It's not fun for me. That's all. Okay, that was fun. You're awesome. Do what you love. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. Maybe gonna do, I don't know if I'll do another Q&A, but I might do another shit talk stream. I just need to think of a better word for it, because I mean I can't talk shit while I'm playing, but then the quality of play dwindles. But yeah, next stream that I do might be next week sometime. I'm just trying to think about my video schedule. I have one that I haven't recorded yet, but next week, maybe Friday, maybe Wednesday, I don't know. I usually try to stream. Okay, I don't have a time. It's just when I feel like it. So yeah, if you catch the stream, if you want to join in some multiplayer, go ahead. Like I said, I'm not going to be playing God 3 for video-wise for not much longer. Might be end of November. We'll see. But yeah, next stream also might be Devil May Cry 5. I was thinking about doing some stream about that. Just doing like casual practice. Unfortunately, though, I will be unable to talk and play that game at the same time. That game needs a lot of concentration. On that topic, 3D girls can be great when they tolerate your 2D waifus. Look at this man shilling his wife. Can you just leave the chat, please? Can you not? What was that? Stunlock gameplay for laughs. Nah, there's enough of that. We don't need more of that. No one enjoys fighting that masked creep. That's what she said. BK Brent posting podcast. Basically, yeah. By the way, sir, what can you say about Charge Crush, guys? If you want to play Charge Crush, you're playing the wrong game. I hate to break it to you. You could make it work. I mean, like you could make most things work in this game. Like I've tried to make no glaive mode biting edge work, and it's not proficient, but it's fun. I mean, you could do the same thing with Charge Crush. But yeah, good luck with that. I played God Eater Burst 2 RB, and I began God Eater 3. It's not very difficult at all, maybe because I'm an old player. Yeah, game doesn't try to be difficult. If you want to make it difficult, that's a different story. Yo, DMC5 dope. Hopefully the videos will be dope one day. BK is kinda doing like donguri. Nope. It's just nope. Sounds like a thing a 3D lover would say. Is that a term? Is that a term we're using? Okay, let me tell you a nice line. If you want to be a guy on the 2D path, this is one of the lines that you need out there in the world. So, I have a lot of 3D friends. A lot of 3D friends want to set me up with some of their 3D girls. So, they would send me like pictures and stuff telling about her personality. And generally, I'm not a very easy person to get along with if we don't have... Okay, how do I say this? I'm not a very easy person to get along with, even if we share the same like interests and stuff. Mostly because, like I said earlier in the stream, I'm generally an antisocial kind of person. I like being on my own. So these friends, they try to set me up with these 3D girls, and this is the line that I use when they send me like a picture. They tell me about her personality. I have a look at the picture and I say, "Nah, man, she's got too many D's for me. I'm 2D only." Yeah, I'll allow you to use that one. If you ever need a get out of 3D free card, just go ahead and use that one. Huh. Anyway, all right, stream is getting sidetracked something mad now. It's about time to end it for real. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here with that last Non-gamer joke. These motherfuckers about to realize I'm a secret Chad. Nah, I'm retired, man. I'm 2Ds only. I'm married to my PS4 now. Alright, all silly jokes aside. If 3D goes simp, let me out. Anyway, if you've been stuck with the stream for the whole 2 hours, please stop. Anyway, if you've been stuck with the stream for the whole 2 hours, like I said, this isn't a secret stream. It's going to be up later. You can go and watch the tapes, watch the archive if you really want to. It's just going to be me answering some questions, talking some shit, probably saying some things that you probably haven't heard people say out loud, but you've probably thought it to yourself about God Eater 3 and about people playing God Eater 3 and about people talking about God Eater 3. But yeah, this is me. This is PK Brent. This is my life. I just play games, talk shit, and listen to music. So yeah. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for participating in the live chat and keeping it so lively. And yeah, this has been BK Brent and これはゲームであっても遊びではない.